Who we have in the chat, man? I just decided to go live, so we didn't really get it out there too much. But of course, we got the usuals: Jesse G in the house, Retro Mike Tech, Dan Bulmer. I'm hoping I pronounced that right. Good evening. Appreciate you for stopping by. Of course, we have Alexandra G in the house. How you doing, Alexandra? Appreciate you. Crypto Healy equal. I don't even know how to pronounce this. He says, let's go and retest 99. That would be good. That would be good. That's one of my levels that I'm actually going to look at. I'm looking at that 99 to 100K level if we do break this 103K level that we've been hovering around all day, but we'll look at that in a second. Let's see who else we have in here. Wix Wi-Fi 89. Appreciate you for joining. I got to get you a wrench as well over here. French Toasters in the building. What's good, man? Appreciate you for coming over. Jay Violet, Sin. Okay, everybody's starting to pour in a little bit. Yeah. So how's everybody doing today? It's Wednesday, it's hump day. Hopefully everybody's day has been going pretty well. My day has been going fairly well. If you don't know, I have started doing some work with an EV company, a startup EV company. So I'm a homologation engineer over there. So I'm gonna do that maybe for 3 months if I can do it, because I haven't worked in a long time. So I'm gonna see if I can maneuver this into my schedule. So far, so good. I'm gonna put probably 80 to 90% back into the market, and just to have a little bit more dry powder. Plus, I'm getting some good experience at another startup. This is my second startup that I come in and consult and contract for. So we'll see, man. We'll see. It's a brand new company, brand new EV company. The reveal comes out in about 90 days. So I will be a part of this brand new car company that's coming out over here in Michigan, man. So that's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. But what's more fun is the crypto market. And right now, Bitcoin is sitting at 103. So we're looking at this level to hold. We'll do a little bit of quick TA before we jump into some news, because we do have a lot of funny news. It's kind of funny. But we predicted this. And I will say I was right, but I was wrong. We're going to talk about Dogecoin as well. But right now we are looking at Bitcoin coming in at 103, about 103K. So I really want to hold this 103K level. It's really a big, important level that I've been looking at. When we broke it, came down here, had a swing failure pattern, came up, perfect retest, came up, another retest, another deviation, came back down, deviation. Now we're holding this 103 level again. If we lose this, I mean, we're just probably going straight to, like he said, 99 to 100K. But really 100K is that big psychological level that everybody has been looking at and everybody has been talking about over the past few years. Let's make it like this. There we go. So right now, I mean, Bitcoin is doing pretty good. I think we need a catalyst, and I think the catalyst that we're probably going to see, or the next catalyst, the next big catalyst for crypto, is of course if Donald Trump comes out and talks anything good about that strategic reserve. I think it'll be best if he says they're going to start buying more Bitcoin. But personally, I kind of think he's going to come in and say they're just not going to sell the Bitcoin that they have. So we just got to see. I think that's what the market is waiting on right now. The market is on pins and needles. Day two, it's been 48 hours since he's been in office. Still no mention of Bitcoin. Still no mention of a strategic reserve. So we'll see. We'll see, man. We are definitely prepared, Jesse G. We are definitely prepared. Congrats, FD. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. It's kind of weird, man, waking up having to be on the schedule, Retro Mike Tech, but I wouldn't have won if they wouldn't drop the bag on me. I had to. I think it was good, man, because then I can have more dry powder to put into the market. I did miss like 8 trades that I usually would have got into early in the morning, but I gotta just revamp my schedule or revamp my strategy a little bit when it comes to trading. So I'll do a little bit of swing trading, more swing trading, as we talked about over on the Nightcap, as opposed to more day trading. But I like swing trading anyway. I don't like really just staring at the charts all day. I got a family. I got other businesses, things I'm trying to do. So I really don't like looking at the charts. Sometimes it's fun, but sometimes I'll definitely want to get out and do some other things other than crypto. Even though I'm locked in, I think now is the time to be super locked in. We got C90 in the building. What's up, C90? Appreciate you coming over here, joining us. I know everybody's usually over on the Piper Academy, so Definitely appreciate you guys coming over here. We're just talking about Bitcoin, and this 103 level is really important for me. Of course, 100,000. We talked about this yesterday on the Nightcap, holding that 100K level. I think holding that 100K level really is really important. I said really like 3 times, so it's really important. But for the most part, I'm not too concerned. My favorite moving average, if we're above this, I'm really cool. So it's coming in at about 99. So who said that? Somebody said that earlier in the chat. They said 99 looking to come down to 99. And that's where my favorite moving average is. This 20-day modified moving average is actually at 99, 149. So about 99K. So of course it's going to move up, as time goes along, as Bitcoin comes down, if Bitcoin comes down. But for the most part, you were spot on with that 99K area. But I'm not too concerned. I think we're gonna have a bullish. So we got to get over this week and next week, because next week we do have the FOMC. So we got to wait and see what happens with that. We got to see if we most likely they're just gonna pause, they're not gonna raise, they're not gonna cut. So they're just gonna, hold rates as they are. But we want to hear what Jerome Powell is talking about. So I'm sure we'll cover that extensively. Everybody will probably be covering that extensively over on Crypto YouTube, Crypto Twitter. Let's see who else we have in the chat. I thought I seen some All Set. What's up, All Set? All Set is in the building. Appreciate you for coming over. 99.3. Let me see, Jesse G. So I got 100. Of course, I got 100. Then we do have a couple wicks here at about 99,495. So I got anywhere between 99,495 and like 100K. Excuse me. So that's really what I'm looking for if we do start to get some type of pullback. If we do lose this 103 level, so we've been holding it. Let's actually go to a smaller time frame. Let's look and see how these candles are reacting. Let's go to the 15-minute time frame. Let's make this a little bit bigger. So we did come. I mean, so it is looking like we are still in this pattern. We didn't break this. This is sort of like some sort of triangle or something like that. I don't know like the correct terminology, but we are in this triangle. So as long as we don't break below this basically 103, and we do have this downside top coming in, if we can break above this, this would be like 104. So I want to see how this is reacting here on the 15-minute. I want to see how China or the Asian session comes in. Looks like we're starting to get a small little pump here to possibly pop back up. So depending on what happens, I mean, we might, if this candle closes like this hammer candle, we possibly can, make our way back up to this 104 level, inevitably flip that, and then we can continue our way forward. But I think right now we're just going to range. I think we're going to range probably between somewhere like 106, 107, and like 100K, just basically like a $6,000 to $8,000 range until we get that catalyst. I'm really looking for that catalyst because that's what we need for that extra push. I mean, we're crypto people, we are so spoiled. Like a lot of times, like Bitcoin is literally at 103, and a lot of people are just sitting around like, what's really going on? What's wrong with Bitcoin? What's this? What's that? Like, we really are sitting at 103, man. So this is really good times. It's really good times, and I think more good times are coming very soon. I think February will have a nice clear path to get some good gains coming in the market. Let's look at some altcoins. Just a quick go over some altcoins quick. Ethereum is still sitting at around 3,200, at 3,255 right now. AVAX hasn't been moving either. Excuse me, it's at 36, around $37. What else? Dogecoin. We're going to talk about Dogecoin a little bit later. Some news did come out a little bit earlier about a Dogecoin ETF. It didn't move. And also, we had the news that Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, actually is going to be, or is an executive order that is part of the government now. We thought it was just going to be some side entity. We thought it was going to be just something, maybe like a consultant or something to the government or to the president. But I think he actually signed a executive order saying that Dogecoin was actually going to be, or not Dogecoin, Department of Government Efficiency is actually going to be a government entity. So even if you go on the website, it's the Dogecoin dog, it's the logo, and Dogecoin hasn't pumped yet. So my whole thesis back when Dogecoin was 10 cents was this was going to happen. I thought this was going to happen, and it played out. The Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency played out. I thought that it would be blasting off with all these bullish catalysts with Doge and everything. I thought it was definitely going to be blasting off, but Right now, it's a little stagnant. I think because the overall market is so concentrated, not really too much new liquidity coming in. It's just let's go play over here, then let's go play over here, then let's go play over here. And we saw that when Trump released his coin, and then all the altcoins started bleeding because everybody started taking their money from those altcoins and going, trying to ride that Trump train. So we'll see what happens, man. I think Doge still has a nice amount of room to run, at least another 2x from here at least. So if it's 35, at least about 70 cents. At least. I want to see a dollar, but I say at least about 60 to 70 cent on the low end. What else is everybody? Ondo had a big unlock the week before or the weekend, last weekend or the weekend before last. Put a lot of sell pressure on it, but it looks like it's bounced back a little bit. XRP is still sitting under $3.30, that big area that we were looking at. We're not going to look at too much more. We do have some news. Let's go back to the chat really quick and see what's going on. Vet was going strong. Yeah, Vet was doing pretty good. I like VeChain. I still hold VeChain from like 2021, man. I haven't sold. I haven't even looked at it. I just see it on my overall portfolio. I think I bought it. I bought it really cheap in the 0 zeros. Seen it go all the way up last cycle, all the way back down. So I think I'm a whole VeChain. AJ Wright's crypto is very bullish over there. He told me to keep holding it, so I said, okay, I'll just keep holding my VeChain and see what happens. I want to get the CEO of VeChain, see if we can get him on the channel for a nice little interview. Oh yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're trying to grow. I've been all around the space doing cameos. So we're just trying to grow, trying to get the community out there. I do have a Telegram group, the Cool Kids Alpha community over on Telegram. So the link should be in the description below. Also have a few links to some exchanges that you can trade with as well. But I do want to look at these. This is what I wanted to talk about. Sorry for the brightness, but I could not get a dark mode on here. So let's see what it is. So here we go. It says breaking news: Bitwise applies for a Doge ETF with Delaware Trust filing. So this is another thing that we were talking about. Why I was so bullish on Dogecoin. Of course, we had the Department of Government Efficiency, but I said Dogecoin was going to be one of the first ones after, of course, Bitcoin and Ethereum to get an ETF. And I thought this with the last administration because it was a proof of work coin. So proof of work coins, they just basically deemed all those as commodities and not securities. But now it's basically a free for all. So everybody probably can start filing for ETFs. But it also said that Doge, Bonk, Trump are gaining traction amongst investors. And I think a couple days ago, yeah, Rex Shares submitted applications for ETFs involving Trump, Bonk, and Doge. So a couple different entities have applied. So they just applied to get a Dogecoin ETF, and we also had the Trump and Bonk ETF. So we did see a nice little pump in Bonk earlier today or yesterday, I think it was. Haven't really looked at Bonk in a while, but it did say earlier today Bonk saw a price surge driven by increased investor interest following Rex Shares ETF filing. So I don't know why they chose Bonk. We're starting to get meme coin ETFs. I mean, who would have thought? Like, who would have thought that we would have started getting presidents dropping meme coins getting ETFs and things like that? Like, we are really living in weird times. But you got to play the game. You got to play the game. We know the game, so we got to play the game. So just what it is. And there's nothing else that we can do about it. You can either sit there and complain and cry about it, or you can get in the game and try to make some money. So even when Trump dropped his coin and his wife dropped their coin, I was like, what is going on? Like, what is going on? But the rational person had to go out the window, and the irrational person had to come in and say, okay, let's just try to make some money with it. Like, we can't change what's going on. We can cry about it, or like I said, we can try to make some money from it. So we got the community in Saturday morning about 5:30 a.m. I made a video, and we got in. Hopefully, the community got in about $19, excuse me, for Trump coin, and hopefully you took some profits. I told everybody on X, make sure you take a little bit off the table. This was a weird one right here. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but the Ledger CEO earlier, they said he got kidnapped. So I was like, what is going on? Did you guys hear about this one? It says Ledger co-founder kidnapped rumor confuses wallet users. So I guess this was a hoax, but it was all across the news. So it said panic spread across the crypto industry today with rumors of a personal safety situation involving an officer of Ledger, the world's most popular crypto hardware wallet. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. Where's his name at? Somewhere around here. It says in France, an active investigation involving Ledger's co-founder Eric, we just gonna call him Eric L, is reportedly ongoing. On social media, some users suspected a kidnapping or a ransom situation, but it did say one of his friends said he was okay or something like that. But that's just weird. And this goes about Harp. What's up, Harp? I see Harp in the chat, man. Appreciate you. K Diggity, J Violet. J Violet, I think I have to send you my time because I was looking at my time, GMT. I'm not sure what GMT correlates to Eastern time, but we definitely have to get that going maybe this weekend or one of those weekends. So I appreciate you for coming over. Anything for clicks, word on the street, he stole everyone's seed phrase. That would suck. And that's one of the things that I'm always kind of curious about. But I have to do more due diligence on how these seed phrases are kept on these cold wallets. Cause I mean I got some, but I don't think they can get to it. But that would be crazy if they did have a way to get to it. Username. What's up, username? Harp getting what did he say? Harp getting your poses in the mirror. Those saucy ankles need to be fired for President's Day. It's a username, man. He brings the jokes to every channel. Everywhere I see username, man, he has the jokes, man. So I appreciate you coming over, bringing that energy over here. K Diggity, what's up, man? So this is crazy, man. This is crazy. But like Retro Mike, what's up? You said something on X a while ago, talking about not letting people know what your portfolio is, not showing your portfolio, not sure. So it's hard. It's definitely hard. Like, and the thing is, like, I've probably never show. I probably show my XRP holdings, but I kind of agree with you, Mike Tech, because you never know who's watching. You never know what they think. You never know if some crazy person can kind of try to come in and kidnap you. And maybe I don't know if this story is not true or if it's true or what's going on. But anytime people think or anytime people or I tell people like, what do you do? I'm like, oh well, I'm in crypto. That's pretty much a broad statement, but you can say you're in crypto. They automatically think you got some money. That's basically what everybody thinks. Like, oh, I'm full-time crypto. I do this in crypto. They automatically gonna think you got money. So sometimes I don't even tell people I'm in crypto. Some people, if you don't know me from the internet, other than that, I'm probably not going to tell you. I might talk about it a little bit, but I'm not going to tell you, how much I'm holding or what I have or what I do in crypto. Baba Yaz, what's up, man? What's up? Appreciate you. I got a ledger, then decided not to use it after I heard about the backdoor. Yeah, I heard about that too. I think that was like a year or two ago, and a lot of people start ditching it and start using the is it the Tantrum? I think they were using, but with this being such a new technology still, with this being such a new class of security, I know it's still a lot of different ways that these things can be compromised. So hopefully as the space goes along, hopefully as everything grows, the security can grow with it. But this is just, even if this is fake or not, even if this story is fake or not, this is just telling you, like, sometimes it's good to be discreet. Even though I'm on the internet and things like that, I don't have a huge following, but I'm on different channels that are huge. And some people have recognized me before, and I'm like, I gotta look like I don't have no crypto. But how do you do that? You know what I mean? So it's hard out here, man. Especially when people, don't have a lot and they think you're in crypto. Like, I know you guys can attest to this. If you tell your people or you tell people you're in crypto, they automatically think you got a lot of money, especially with Bitcoin being at about 103,000, especially if you've been in the space and they know you've been in the space for quite amount of time. So that's just something else that I wanted to look at. And finally, for the news, let's talk about Mark Cuban. I don't know who likes Mark Cuban, who does not like Mark Cuban, but he was kind of irritating over these past, I say 6 to 9 months. Not gonna lie, he was very irritating, but he says billionaire Mark Cuban thinks a meme coin will help U.S. national debt. So I don't know how I don't see people are predicating the president's coin. Like, you're not the president. Your coin is not going to go to a $70 billion FDV. You know what I mean? So I don't know how big Mark Cuban thinks his meme coin will go to help the national debt. I mean, the national debt is $36 trillion. Like, how much do you think it's going to be? It says, inspired by the rapid success of Donald Trump's Trump coin, Cuban revealed the markings or the makings of his plan Monday on X, with meme coins being the way as of late. He wants to add a twist to the concept that the Trump coin followed with the 20% float, which refers to the amount of coins available for public trading, versus those solely for corporate entities, 80%. He also said his plan will follow the same release schedule as Trump. So I think Trump's like up, you get locked up for like 180 days or 90 days or something crazy like that. But he says all the revenue from the sale of the coins go to the U.S. Treasury. So the wallet address will be published so everyone can track it. So I've seen a lot of things come out. I actually seen somebody on like X talking about how Trump coin could save the United States, and how Trump could cash in all his coins and help pay off half the national debt. Like, I don't think people understand how big $1 trillion is. We're not talking billions. We are talking trillions of dollars. So I don't think people are comprehending how many zeros are in trillion, and we have 36 of them. So I don't know what's going on. A lot of people maybe need to go back to math class, because even if you got $100 billion market cap, or what's Bitcoin? Bitcoin has what, $3 trillion or a couple $1 trillion market cap. What is Bitcoin's market cap? That's something I haven't looked at in a while, but it's up there. It's up there. So even with that, that's only like you're not even taking a big chunk of the national debt off. And if you're trying to pay off the national debt, but they're still spending and still going in debt, it's like it's just gonna cancel it out. So who knows, man? Who knows, man? We'll see. Let's look. It says Retro Mike Tech says selling to cut into the national debt will absolutely kill the whole crypto market. Uh, go upstairs, baby. Daddy be done in a minute, but we'll play soccer. Okay, give me a second. Yeah. So sorry about that. My son, man, he wants to play soccer and watch Super Kitties at the same time. So give me a second, baby. So let's go on the chat. Melissa, what's up, Jay Violet? This is where the party is at. Yes, this is where the party is at. We usually are over on Piper Academy, but today we came over here just to keep the keep the community going, keep the party going. Trade Fly, everybody keep Trade Fly in your prayers. He's out in California dealing with those wildfires. Got a little close to home, so we want to make sure we reach out and make sure he's okay. I think he'll be okay, but you never can be too safe and too sure with those winds and those fires out there. So everybody keep Trey Fly in your prayers. So who else do we have? French Toaster says no. K Diggity says the national debt. Oh, I forgot I could do this. K Diggity says the national debt could swallow the entire crypto market and not even. Of course, yeah, exactly. Like the entire crypto market is like 3.5 or 3.6 trillion last time I looked. So that's like not even 10. What, 369? That's 1% basically of the national debt, if I'm doing the correct math. Melissa Alexandra OG, hope you had a beautiful day. Yeah, welcome, Melissa. Appreciate you for coming over. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Let me he says the white background is hurting his eyes. Sorry about that, man. Let me go back to that. There you go. There you go. Because it was hurting my eyes too, but I was too busy talking. Harp says, Harp, be careful. Retro Mike, selling to cut international debt. Yeah, so you guys are thinking about the same thing I'm thinking about. Like, Trump coin is a scam. Anything for clicks. Trump coin is a scam. So let's really talk about that. Let's have a conversation about this really quick. So Trump coin is a scam. Out of, I think it's 2 million, we'll just say it's 2 million coins. Out of 2 million coins, put this in the chat. What percentage of cryptocurrencies or what percentage of coins is not a scam out of 2 million? What do you think? Because it's a lot. Most of them are meme coins. Meme coins, a lot of people say meme coins don't have utility, but then some people say the community is the utility. So out of 2 million coins, what percentage of crypto actually has, or is actually not, well, we can't really say a scam. What percentage actually has utility? That's a better word. So K Diggity says 1%. Everything is a scam until it isn't. Clate the Great. What's up, Clate? Appreciate you for stopping by, man. So K Diggity says 1%. I might have to go a little bit lower than that, K Diggity. I might have to say 0.5 out of 2 million. I would have to say even less than that. French toaster, let's see, Trader Joe, 0.01. Yeah, I think I would have to go with French toaster. I think I would have to go point zero. So anywhere, okay, anything for Click said 0.05. French toaster said 0.01. So I go anywhere between there. Between 0.01 and 0.05 have utility. But a lot of these things haven't correlated to the real world yet. I have been using a lot of DPN projects. I do drive. I have like a couple like Natix. I was using Dymo. So those actually can convert. Those are have real world utility for the most part. But it's not too many like that. Like I think I made like 400, not 400. I probably say about excuse me, I'll probably say about $140 with Natix, but I had to like take it off of the app, and then I had to, if I wanted to sell them all at the same time, then they took 30% of my supply. It was crazy, man. But some of these real world assets, not even real world, some of these DPN projects are actually in the real world right now. So I do like some DPN, but a lot of these other things are, I know Retro Mike Tech hates AI agents. So AI agents was the wave like 2 weeks ago. Then it became meme coins. So we'll see what happens next. But a lot of these AI agents are not going to do anything. The first one that I really seen, and this is why I bought virtual, was Luna. It was a Twitter account or X account with Luna. She was talking, or she, I don't know what it was. It's just an AI. And I'm like, what is this? And I got really intrigued. And then I figured out it was on virtual. And I'm like, oh, okay. Why buy the actual? I'm gonna buy the pick, with the gold and the pick, you buy the shovels, as opposed to the gold. So I went and bought virtuals. And then that's why I bought virtuals. But a lot of these AI agents, I don't think they're gonna do anything. They're just pumping dumps, like most of these coins. Alex O Crypto is in the building, man. This is my guy. Appreciate you for stopping by, man. We got to get together and put some more alpha out. Make sure you guys go and check his morning live streams. He's teaching you how to trade while he's trading, while he's making money, and he's doing an amazing job over there as well. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Alex, I think we can let him have his. It's okay. All right, I won't tell your middle name. So Retro Mike Tech's middle name is Virtuals. Let's look at some. Let's actually look at Let's look at some charts. I actually want to look at Bitcoin dominance. This has been hovering around this 58 level. We're probably in a range about 58, close to 59. And I'm trying to see what this is going to do. I want to look at this, and I want to look at the DXY, because the DXY was potentially showing some signs of weakness. But we'll look at that in a second. So the DXY, this is what we've all been waiting on to roll over, and so we can get that proper altcoin season. Me and Treyfly had this conversation not too long ago, and we were saying altcoin season probably has started. It's just different. It's just different this cycle. Like, it's just very concentrated, as opposed to, okay, altcoin season, all alts go up. We think altcoin season now is very concentrated to sectors, to narratives, and things like that. So I think altcoin season, I don't think we've seen like a full blown altcoin season. Oh, my computer's about to die. Give me a second. I don't think we've seen a full blown altcoin season, but I know, it should come once this Bitcoin dominance starts to come down. Let's see. Mark Dutch is in the building. He says, "Nice. I was waiting on Treyfly's place, rang the doorbell, waiting at Treyfly's place, rang the doorbell 5 times, went around the back. Nobody came home, only to find out the cool kids were here." Yeah, we hanging out over here, man. We just making sure we keep the alpha going, making sure everything goes along, and keeping Trey fly in our prayers, man, because that stuff over there is no joke, man. That stuff over there is no joke. And I will tell you this: I'm a good judge of character when it comes to human beings, man. And Trey Fly is a good human, is a good guy, man. So I definitely am, I'm in his corner no matter what. Dutchy, everybody showing love to Mark Dutch. Yeah, man, Mark Dutch is the guy, man. So yeah, we were looking at Bitcoin dominance. So what I'm looking at right now, I really just want to see a breakdown back down. First, we have this 58.27. Then we have something around 57. After that, we can start talking. But I think we need another Bitcoin push in order for Bitcoin to get. I think once we do get that strategic reserve, um, strategic reserve announcement, I think Bitcoin dominance is going to shoot up. I think Bitcoin is going to shoot up, and I think once Bitcoin starts to top out, we'll look at some top indicators. We'll look at I think it's the MVRV score. I like to look at that. I like to look at the Pi cycle top indicator. It's another rainbow chart that I like to look at, and then just look at sentiment, and we'll look at sentiment, and we'll see what happens at the top. We got Ti Joe in the building trading intuition. What's up, Joe, man? I appreciate you for stopping by. Everything is good, man. Make sure you guys check out Joe's channel as well. He's a master when it comes to trading. I learned a lot from him. So if you guys, want to learn how to trade, he keeps it simple, and he doesn't give you the runaround. He doesn't make it seem like he's just so smart. A lot of these guys come on and act like, and trade and just do a lot of things when you could just be like, okay, do this, do that, do that. There you go. Just to make it seem like they're a little bit smarter. But Joe definitely gives you the breakdown and makes it very simple for everybody to understand. So make sure you guys go and check him out. So yeah, Bitcoin dominance. We'll see what happens with that. I really want to see that pump one more time, and I think this is going to happen when we get that announcement, and then basically some sort of a rollover. So maybe we talked about this, I think, yesterday on the Nightcap. Maybe going back to 60 for deviation back into that range, and then start to come down. And I think this will be that major altcoin season that we've been looking for. And hopefully it's not just super concentrated, but if it is, that's an easier time to figure out what coins are going to pump. A lot of people have been holding coins for a long time that, of course, they pump with the overall market going up. But with everything being so concentrated, if you do have money on the sideline, it's kind of easier to like, okay, we have AI agents going up now. Let's go to AI agents. We have meme coins going up now. Let's go to meme. We have Trump coin going up now. Let's jump into Trump coin. But you have to just know when to get in, when to get out. So I feel like being more concentrated is easier to trade, but I would definitely love to see just everything go up. But we don't have enough liquidity. It's not enough money in crypto for everything to go up. It's so diluted. So we'll have to keep our eyes out on that. The DXY. So the DXY is, we did look like, or we are looking like we had some sort of a head and shoulders. Where's my drawing tool? So we have head, we have shoulder, head. So right now we are at that neckline, and let's do a measured move here and see how far we can potentially go down from the head to the neckline. We can take this, and we'll probably possibly coming right down to my red bar at about 106. So if this can happen, I think we can get a nice rally in crypto and just basically in risk assets as well, if we can get something like that. But it hasn't broke down yet, so we'll just continue to watch this. This is on the daily. I think Trump wants to bring the dollar down. See, my whole thesis is Trump's a businessman. Trump wants to see the stock market go up, things like that. So with the stock market going up, he's a businessman. He wants money to flow into the economy. It's going to be inflationary. And we know if inflationary measures, assets are inflationary or assets go up as well. So we'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully everything works out for people who are not in assets. But I think that this, to the end of the decade, we have to be locked in and we have to be in assets. Even if we have some huge ebbs and huge flows, huge volatility, I think assets will be the way to go. And that wealth gap, like I keep telling everybody, that wealth gap is going to be very, very, or widen very, very much. So, so anything for clicks says, what does that 10-year treasury look like? Okay, let's go look at it. No, I got it. So the 10-year treasury is at 4.6. So it's still fairly high. Let me delete this right here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. So it's still high. I mean, we did have a high of about 4.8. Then we did have that huge sell-off. Broke this key level here at about 4.5. But then we started to reclaim. So I think, well, I don't know, because I'm not really super in tune to what's going on. Like when it comes to the 10-year, I understand it, but a lot of people thinking it's going to go to the red line. And this is where problems happen. So if it gets to 5%, if we come up here, if we take out this high here and we get to this 5%, this is where problems happen. This is where things start to crack. This is where things start to break in my, in my analysis. So let's look. Let's actually go back to like some crisis. What happened in crisis when this hit 5%? So this did hit 5% in October of 2023, and this was basically the start of the major bull run. So assets were going down, and then once this started to crash, assets went up. October of 2023. So let's go back. Let's actually see if we can go back. So the last time it was this high, 07. No, I feel like we were high like this and like, oh yeah, here we go. So 2007. So the great financial crisis. Here we go, right here. So the last time we were this high was around the great financial crisis. So we are approaching those levels. We are at levels of the great financial crisis. Let's actually look. When was the crisis before that? Maybe like 2000, the dot-com era. I mean, we were super high then. Like, I don't even know how to like analyze this, but I know we were down here 03, 04, and then once we start to get the cracks and the breaks in the system around 5% in the 10-year, this was around the great financial crisis. So we did 06. Nothing was happening. Everything was okay. Everybody was still buying houses and everybody was having a good time. And we were at 5%. So nothing happened. But that second time we hit, that's when things started to crack. So who knows, man? It's so much juice in the system, man. At one point, we do have to pay our dues, but I don't know when that will be. And that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part, is trying to find out when something will break or when something will collapse the system. But if something does happen, they're just going to pump more liquidity back into the market. It's really not that. And that's when Bitcoin is going to start going to those $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 levels, depending on how far it goes down. I think we have a higher floor with these institutions, these ETFs. But I do think once the money printer starts to go on, all these bull market, all these hyper bull or perma bull numbers that everybody's been talking about, once they do turn that money printer back on, I think that's when we get those numbers. And mark my words, Donald Trump is going to try to get Jerome Powell out of there. These rates are too high for Donald Trump's liking. I guarantee you. I'll give it about 9 months. 6 to 9 months is going to be very, very high friction between those two. He's going to start trying to find ways to get Jerome Powell out of there. So that's what I'm looking for. And then once he gets him out of there, and then once he get somebody in there that'll do whatever he says, I think that's when we'll start to blast off and start to get that money printer turned back on. Did I see Richard Berry? Richard Berry in the building. That's my guy, man. That's my guy, Richard Berry. So me and Richard Berry went back and we've been talking about, we was talking about these things in a bear market. So Richard Berry is one of the first people to come on my channel, man. So shout out to Richard Berry. That's my guy. We met over in crypto. Where were we at? Bill Noble. We met over in his group, man. So shout out to Richard Berry. Shout out to Bill Noble. Those are my guys, man. So if you want to get some alpha, some good charts, make sure you follow him over on X2. He's always dropping some alpha, always dropping some charts, always dropping some knowledge. And once in a while, you may see him dropping some major alpha on YouTube, man. So shout out to Richard Berry, man. That's my guy. But yeah, that 10-year, we got to watch that as well. But right now, what I'm looking at before we wrap it up and get out of here, I'm really just watching Bitcoin, and we're waiting on what happens with this strategic reserve. So how long will it be before Bitcoin starts getting impatient, before the crypto market starts to get impatient with Trump not saying anything about a Bitcoin reserve? He did free the guy who made Silk Road. He did have started SEC task force. So he's doing a lot of things that he said he was going to do. He's doing a lot of things when it comes to regulation that is going to start to come in. But what everybody is waiting on is that strategic reserve announcement. So it could go either one of three ways. No announcement saying they're not going to, or an announcement saying that they're not going to use it as a strategic reserve. But I don't think they would announce that. I just think they wouldn't say anything. Second scenario is an announcement saying that they're going to make it a strategic reserve, but they're not gonna buy any. They're just not gonna sell any. So they're gonna hold all the Bitcoin they have. Maybe they got like 160,000 Bitcoins. I'm not sure how many they do have. And then the third and most bullish scenario, which I think will take us up to like 130, 140 short term, is if they say, okay, we're going to hold the Bitcoin and we're going to start purchasing X amount of Bitcoin per year, or per, this amount of Bitcoin within my term, within these 4 years. I can't remember what the number was. 1 million Bitcoins within a year, of within a time span or something like that. So we'll have to see, man. Everybody's sitting on their hands, or sitting on pins and needles waiting for this announcement. It's been 48 hours, so everybody's waiting to see what happens and see if he does come out with some announcement, excuse me, to see what happens if he does announce some strategic reserve. So that's the easiest long position. If you're trading and he announces it, just go long. Just go, not too much leverage. You don't want to get too greedy, but just go long. Guaranteed win. Guaranteed win, man. So this is just what I'm excited, man. 1 million Bitcoin over 5 years. Okay, yeah, thanks, Rich RMT. So 1 million Bitcoin over 5 years is what they possibly may do. And that's a lot. I think that's a lot. That's definitely a lot. So we'll see. We'll see. Richard Berry says, he says, oh, I just saw something else. Oh, this chat is going pretty fast. I found out about FD on a video with Gary Cardone and Wendy O. Oh yeah, shout out to Gary and Wendy, man. So Wendy, quick story about Wendy, man. This was Wendy, man, I owe her a lot. I had 50 subscribers. 50 subscribers. I had like maybe like 10 to 20 videos on YouTube. I reach out to Wendy. I say, yo, I like your show. I would love to come on when I get a little bit bigger one day. She said, one day you can come on now. I'll send you a link over. We can come on Friday. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I email her. She emails me back, but she also has Gary Cardone on the email as well. So I'm like, Gary Cardone, you mean Grant Cardone's brother? So long story short, man, it definitely helped my to start off my career, and it definitely, I'm appreciative of her, Gary. So it definitely catapulted. In crypto, sometimes you need some sort of validation for people to watch you, people to look at you, people to listen to you. So that was definitely one of those times. So, so shout out to Wendy O. Shout out to for clicks. Shout out to Gary. I'm not even gonna read this. I'm not gonna read that. I don't know anything for clicks. I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure, but I do know some nice women out there who used to do that, and I do not judge, man. I do not judge. So we will see. Now 6 more, please. Let's see what does too much. What is he saying? Okay, I can't post that, Mark. I can't post that, Mark Dutch. See, Mark Dutch always come with him, username, and we got Richard Berry in the building, man. The chat is probably, I'm not even gonna scroll up, man. The chat is probably going wild right now, man. Harp says, oh, username is see, Harp, see, you guys are over there talking about, see, I will have to scroll up, but I know it's hilarious. The spicy special edition, age 10 years. I don't even want to know what you guys is talking about, man. But I appreciate you guys for coming over. We're gonna wrap it up because I've been actually going all day. Like I said, I started with this little EV company, this EV startup. So we're building 78 prototypes to bring to market in 2026. So we got to have 78 prototypes built within the next 3 to 4 months for our investors or their investors. I'm just coming on as a homologation engineer and get some more money to put back into the market, man. So it hasn't really been contradicting with my crypto schedule. I was going on Carl's channel in the morning, the Moon. So I haven't been over there in a minute, which is, whatever, but we'll see. We got Army Piper in the building. Piper, man, appreciate you for stopping by, man. We who let Army Piper out the cage? Yeah, Piper, man, he's probably somewhere cuddled up with his little princess, man. Hope she's doing good too. Piper, man, I'm gonna have to call you and check on the little one, man. So appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, Richard Berry. You know what, man? I just been around the block, man. I just know how the world operates, and a lot of people in this industry are scammy and crummy, and I definitely don't want to be like that. I want to be a man of my word and have a good reputation, man. Because my father definitely taught me that, you only as good as your reputation, man. So I definitely want to just come around the space and just be a good guy, have a good reputation, and make money. And hopefully everybody who watches can make some money because we had some good calls over these past couple years, even in the bear market. Um, Richard Berry, me and we talked in the bear market. We made some good calls then, but we've been making great calls ever since then. We don't get them all right, but we definitely get enough right to where we can make some money, and everybody who's doing their own homework and due diligence can make a little bit money too. So right now, like I said, Bitcoin is still just sitting at this 103 level. I'm not gonna keep you guys too much longer. We are having a good time though. We are having fun. But Bitcoin, like 103. I like this 103 area. We haven't broke down, we haven't deviated from this 103 area too much. Let's see what we can do. Let's do some on-demand TA and just see what I'm looking at. Uh, do have something there. This is just simple TA that I'm looking at. We can pull some oscillators. Money flow is pretty thick on the 4 hour. Let's see what we're looking at here. We got a decision to make. We really have a decision to make. What's the all-time high? About 109 something. I think we can. This is just a consolidation. This is basically everybody waiting for Trump, and a lot of people. I don't know how to read this, but I was watching Chris Crypto, and I think Tom Crown was talking about this too. Something like a diamond pattern or something like that. That's not a diamond, but can somebody explain a diamond pattern in the chat? Because I've never looked at a diamond pattern. I've never analyzed a diamond pattern. I've only seen a few people talk about this. Sure, we can Google it right quick, but I know somebody in the chat can let me know. Think is it a reversal pattern or is it a continuation pattern? That's what I really want to know. Because if it's a continuation pattern, then we're all set to go up to about 117. I think 116 to 117 is my next target. But diamond patterns are rare. Yeah, that's what. Yeah. So we don't see anything for click says. So he says diamond, or Richard Berry says diamond pattern is powerful up or downside. So it depends on the breakout. Basically, what you're saying. Mark Dutch said it's a reversal pattern. So that's not good. I don't want to hear that. That's definitely not good. We do have some of the money flow is thick, but it is curved down on the daily. So we'll see. So I'm looking at some of a symmetrical triangle or just something of just a consolidation. I say these triangles and this and that. I really don't use too many patterns like that unless we're in a bull trend. But we are in a nice little consolidation pattern. Let's see. It does both. Yes. Okay. So it just depends on the breakout. So hopefully we can break out to the upside. I think we'll have a strong move. Even in my analysis, not using that diamond, I think we'll have a strong move up here to about 116, 117. So we'll basically say about 120. But like I said, it's definitely predicated on getting that announcement. I think that announcement is the catalyst that's going to take us. Jesse G says, oh, that's not it. The chat is moving. I can't. What did Jesse G say? He says, I like the upside diamond. Okay, so yeah. I think I don't know. I don't even know how you would measure move this or what, but hopefully we do break out to the upside. Let's see what we have here. Now we need to 52 stars. What's the rib handle? Oh, don't you guys start that rib chat. I'm still confused as to what rib chat is. So if somebody can, I've been seeing it for the past week or so. Can somebody explain to me what rib chat is so I can be down with the cool kids in the chat? Because I'm definitely lost. I just see a bunch of ribs on the morning show or on Piper's show. I see the rib chat on the crypto nightcap. So we'll see. So Harp says he's never heard of the diamond pattern. Yeah, because it's very rare. It's very rare, man. I've heard of it before and I've seen people use it. I think I've seen like 3 people talk about it. Bill Noble, but Bill Noble's been in the game for a long time, so he knows TA in and out. Crypto talked about it, and I think Tom Crown. I think Piper, Piper's a analyst too. I think I've seen him talk about it one time, maybe about 6 or 7 months ago, possibly. So yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. So yeah, that's really it. You You done got Joe into it now. Rib chat. You guys is crazy, man. You guys is crazy, man. But I think I'm gonna wrap it up, man. We had a good night. Had a good time today, man. Like I said, man, I'm gonna say it again. Everybody go and make sure TradeFly is doing good. Those California fires are nothing to play with. So hopefully everything could subside around his area. Hopefully it does not reach his area. And hopefully we'll be back in tune or back on the Piper Academy Network tomorrow. Appreciate you, Wix Wi-Fi 89. I'm gonna actually give you a wrench over here as well because I would definitely want to go. I keep saying I'm gonna start going live, and then I take on something else. I got a super busy life, and I still try to be a super involved husband and dad too. So not one of them entrepreneurs or people who be trying to just do everything and really, really try to be, locked in with my family as well. So I definitely want to get a time frame, probably on the weekend, where I could do a live stream and do something with the community as well, and get in the Telegram and start posting more in the Telegram. Start posting some more trades in the Piper Academy Discord as well. But they've been killing it over there as well. So username says he has a busy life too. I do nothing. Hey, that's a busy. I've been there, man. I've been there. It's a busy life doing nothing, man. But I know you're not. I know you're playing, man. I definitely know you playing, man. Good night, Melissa. I appreciate you for stopping by. Mark Dutch, my guy. I would love to meet some of you guys and gals in person, man. So I probably will be in Las Vegas for the crypto or the Bitcoin conference. So make sure you guys come over and holler at me. I'll probably be out there with the Piper Academy team. Piper, TradeFly did tell me somehow I can get a press pass. Send me the link. I don't hopefully it's not too late. Hopefully it's not too late. So we'll see if I can get me a press pass too, because I definitely don't want to drop $1,000. Alexandra G, we appreciate you as always. Anything for click says neglecting your kids can build. Oh, LeBron is a good dad, man. I think LeBron is a good dad, man. FD grab a drink of Atwater in the D. Okay, I'm gonna try. Where can I get that from? Atwater in the D. I'm gonna actually Google that when we get out, man. Jesse G, always appreciate it. He's always in the chat, always everywhere. We appreciate everybody, man. So yeah, man, we're gonna wrap it up, man. It's been about an hour. I'm gonna go take a shower and hang out with the family for a minute, look at some charts. Meet me over in the Telegram if you guys. Richard Berry, I appreciate you. Everybody who came over. Telegram is in the description below. We do have the description to Piper Academy as well. The link to Piper Academy, the crypto nightcap, which we do Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you guys check out Piper in the morning for the morning market show. He comes on at 9:30 Eastern time. Is it 9:30? Yep, 9:30 Eastern time. And yeah, I appreciate everybody. And we got to do this more often. We definitely have to do this more often. We had a good time. And there is my Telegram if you guys want to go over there. And I will see you guys and gals in a minute. Have a good night. Peace.